Hello and welcome again. I, Mohammad Fahad Assis Khan of Medicaps Institute of Science and Technology Indore have presented this video as a part of final assignment of Foundation Design course from Skyfi Labs. In this video, I am going to explain you about the steps involved in the modeling along with the working of my project. Let's see the problem statement. This is the plan of the building for which you have to design a mat footing. There are 16 columns in total which are arranged 6 meters apart in both x and y direction. As obtained from the data of tall building designed in ETABS software, the columns are named C1, C2, C3 and so on up to C16 as shown in the figure. We have to consider a safe bearing capacity of 300 kN per meter square and a allowable settlement of 1 cm. The data obtained from building project in ETABS is being displayed in the table. Here we can see the column names, their dimensions, dead load and live load along with the materials of the column. Please note that columns C6, C7, C10 and C11 have dimensions of 600 by 600 millimeters. The subgrade modulus will be 3 into 10 to the power 4 kN per meter cube as shown. The base slab of the building is 18 meters in both x and y directions. So design strip width will be calculated as 4.5 meter as shown here. But there is no concrete provision for the strip width, so we will consider lesser width, that is 4 meters. Now here is the plan of the building. The mat footing underneath will be extended on all the sides to cover the corner columns. Let us consider a footing extended 2 meters on all the sides of the building plan. Thus, actual length and breadth of mat footing will be 22 meters. First of all, I will show how to draw the footing slab plan manually using grid lines. Basically, to draw a new model, we shall open the SAFE software, go to File menu and click on New Model. But in order to quickly understand only how to draw footing slab, we will inherit some of the already defined properties from existing model. So go to File menu and click on New Model from existing file. Then select the desired file to get the properties. Change the design code to IS 456-2000. In the design preferences, change the clear cover to 50 mm in both top and bottom. Let us take a preferred bar size of 22 mm. Check that default units are metric. If they are not, click on Modify/Show, select metric defaults and click on OK. Then choose Grid Only option. We will first draw the slab of building plan and then extend it equally on all sides to make the footing. The building slab is of 18 by 18 meter dimensions. Since we are making it using grids, we will need 19 grid lines in both x and y directions with a spacing of 1 meter between them. As a result, we get this set of grid lines. Now we have to define the properties of slab and other elements before drawing them. For this, go to Define menu, click on Materials. Here we can see that HYSD 500 and M40 grade concrete are already present, so click on OK. Then again go to Define menu, click on Slab Properties. Here mat footing is also defined, so click on OK. Now go to Column Properties option in Define menu. Although there are 16 columns, but there are only 2 different types, so we have to define only 2 column properties, one of 500 by 500 and another of 600 by 600 mm dimensions. Then go to Soil Subgrade Properties in Define menu. Click on Modify/Show property. Here the subgrade modulus should be 3 into 10 to the power 4 or 3e plus 4 kN per meter cube as calculated in problem statement. Click on OK to exit. Now we will check the load patterns and load cases from Define menu, and then we will add the 2 load combinations, one for ultimate load and one for service load. Here I have defined combo 2 for service load and combo 1 for ultimate load. Then after defining, click on OK to exit. All the required properties have been defined. Now we can proceed with the drawing of all elements. Go to draw menu and choose draw slab/areas option. Make sure the mat footing property is selected. Then using grid lines intersections, draw the base slab of 18 by 18 meter as illustrated. Go back and click on the first point to close the figure. Press escape on keyboard once done. Now we have to extend the slab by 2 meters on all sides to obtain the footing slab. Click on the footing area to select it. Verify the selection in the left bottom corner of the screen. Go to edit menu, click on edit areas and choose the option expand/shrink areas. Enter the offset value of 2 meters, which will be 2000 millimeters, and click on OK. This is the actual area of footing. Further, we have to draw other remaining elements such as columns and design strips. But as we have already modeled the footing, we shall now open our model of mat footing. To place the column on the footing, select Draw Columns option in the Draw menu. Change the property below to none and property above to column 500 by 500. Change the height below to 0 and change the height above to 2 meter. Now place these columns at all the desired positions. The dimension lines as well as the grids will guide in locating the column positions. Draw all the columns with this property except the columns C6, C7, C10 and C11. Once completed, change the property above to column 600 by 600, then place the remaining 4 columns. Close this dialog box after drawing all the columns and press escape on keyboard. Next, the design strips are drawn one by one. Go to Draw menu and select Draw Design Strips. Change the design strip width to 4 meters. Then draw the strips in X direction through column centers. All the 4 design strips in X direction are drawn similarly. Then change the strip layer to B and draw other 4 strips in Y direction. Once done, press escape on keyboard to exit the draw command. Now all the elements are drawn in the footing model. Now we have to individually assign the loads to each column center. Select the center point of the column. Go to Assign menu, select Load Data and click on Point Loads to assign the loads. But as we have already assigned all the loads, we will just verify whether they are assigned correctly or not. For this, we can right click on any point to check the dead load, live load and size of load, as illustrated here. Now we will assign the rebar material to the footing and the strips. For this, right click on design strips one by one and change the rebar material to HYSD 500. Similarly, the rebar material for all the design strips in X and Y direction is set as HYSD 500. Similarly, right click on the footing area and change the rebar material to HYSD 500. Now we will run the analysis on the model. Go to Run menu and click on Run Analysis. Wait for the analysis to complete. You can check the progress of the analysis at left bottom corner of the screen. As the analysis is complete, the displacement values of different slab regions are displayed. You can hover the cursor over the slab region to see different values. Now go to Run and click on Run Analysis and Design, or simply press F5 on keyboard. After that, go to Display menu and click on Show Punching Shear Design, or simply press F10 on keyboard. The punching shear ratios in all the points should be less than 1 as obtained here. If they are greater than 1, then unlock the model and increase the slab thickness by going to Slab Properties and clicking on Modify Show Properties. Now we will view the analysis, design and detailing reports. Go to Display menu and choose Show Strip Forces option. Here we can see forces and moments for chosen strip layer and load case or load combination. Toggle between different options to see different values. You can hover the cursor to see the values at particular points. Close this box and this time go to Display menu and click on Show Slab Forces/Stresses. Choose a particular load case or combination and a particular component to see the corresponding results. Now go to Display menu and select Show Slab Design from Display menu. Mark the Impose Minimum Reinforcing option and click on Apply. Close the box to view the results. The top and bottom reinforcement intensities in different layers is being displayed. Results for layer B can also be seen similarly. For this, mark layer B option and unmark layer A option. Click on Apply to see the results. To see the 3D view of the mat footing, click on Extrude View option. Then click on OK to see the 3D view. This is the 3D view with minimum reinforcing details, and this is the 3D view of undeformed shape of mat footing. Unmark the Extrude View option from Set Display Options and return to the plan view of the slab. Now we will generate detailing reports and view results. Go to Run menu and click on Run Detailing. Mark all the options and click on OK. Reinforcement diagrams are being generated. Expand the different options to see various diagrams and tables. We can see these detailing diagrams by double-clicking on their names. This is the top rebar plan, this is the bottom rebar plan, and this is the rebar plan for all the bars. We can zoom in to see more clearly. Also, the various types of tables can be seen here, such as rebar schedule table. We can zoom in to see the values. This is the table for bill of quantities, or the BOQ table. At last, I would like to thank the Skyfi Labs team for giving me this opportunity to learn and enhance my skills. So goodbye and stay safe. Thank you.